The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service has approved a plan to cull over 450,000 barred owls over the next 30 years in a twisted effort to stop the extinction of the spotted owl. So today, I want to talk about what this means from an ecological, economic, and ethical standpoint. First off, let's talk about why this plan was drafted in the first place. At the top of this map, you can see the historical range of both of these bird species. And down here, you can see that the barred owl has begun to expand its native range and is now overlapping with the spotted owl. There are a few fundamental differences between these two bird species that make this a problem for the spotted owl. While the barred owl is an opportunistic generalist hunter that can hunt in a variety of conditions, the spotted owl is a specialized hunter that needs specific environmental conditions and prey. And while both species require old-growth forests for nesting, the spotted owl is again a specialist with a more limited selection of preferred nesting locations, while the barred owl is more adaptable to man-made structures and a variety of natural tree formations. The barred owl is also more robust and reproduces more annually than the spotted owl, but these aren't the only factors influencing the encroachment of the barred owl onto the spotted owl's territory. Just like nearly every other species on our planet, man-made climate change and deforestation are threatening these birds and forcing them to push past their native range in search of respite. Now, when the decline of the spotted owl was noticed in the late 80s, primarily due to logging, environmental policy like the Northwest Forest Plan were put in place to end logging on federal land. And while these policies saw the stabilization of the spotted owl in the late 90s, fragmentation from logging on private land prevented a dramatic rebound of the species. Unfortunately, as we moved into the 2000s, climate change brought about more intense and frequent forest fires, and this, coupled with the arrival of the barred owl, was devastating for spotted owl populations, which see around a 9% decrease annually. Now, because of all of this, the United States Fish and Wildlife Service has approved a plan to send trained hunters into federal lands, such as our national parks, to cull these barred owls that are encroaching on spotted owl territories. The plan proposes the culling of around 15,000 birds annually, and it wouldn't affect the eastern population of barred owls, but it does beg the question, is this the best way of managing this? It seems like we've created an ecological disaster, and we're trying to fix it with a band-aid. I think that this is just one of millions of signs that we need to be more efficient with the lands that we already have developed, and we need to focus on creating more ecologically friendly energy production and building materials, while also allotting more of our time and effort to land stewardship and reforestation. But to be fair, none of that would change the fact that we're bleeding profusely right now. The spotted owl is estimated to go extinct within the next 50 years, and it would leave an ecological hole that, if filled by the barred owl, would have major ramifications. Because the barred owl is a generalist hunter, many species who have never experienced owl predation would be hunted, including reptiles, amphibians, and insects who are already having a hard time adapting to our increasing temperatures and droughts. Now, as far as ethical standpoints go, I'm conflicted. As an evolutionist, I believe that species competition is part of the natural order. But as a conservationist, I think that since we've pushed the natural order of things so far, it's our duty to protect the species on our planet as they are. So here's where I've landed. I think that the $1 billion+ budget for this project should be reallocated towards environmentally friendly restoration projects. And the best thing that we can be doing right now is reducing our negative impact on the environment so that we can rest easy knowing that species are adapting or going extinct due to regular competition and evolution. Now, the Senate just voted against a resolution that would disapprove of this project, and if you want to see how your state representatives voted on this subject, go to senate.gov and type in SJ Resolution 69. And if you think they voted like a doo-doo head, go ahead and call that number right there, and it'll link you with your state representative, and you can let them know how you feel.